Hi, my name is Alexis McNair, and I am here today to talk to you about something that is a little bit taboo. Not really a conversation piece, not really fun to talk about, but it is very important to be talked about, and that is life insurance. What would you want to happen to your family if something was to happen to you? We all know that when someone dies, it causes financial burden onto the family. I chose to do this topic because I know firsthand how important life insurance is. I unfortunately witnessed a loved one, a friend's loved one, lose their life unexpectedly. Unfortunately, that loved one did not have life insurance, which caused an even greater burden onto the family. The family was not able to grieve properly because they had to go right into grind mode and figure out how they were going to pay for this funeral. It broke my heart to see this family not be able to grieve in peace, grieve properly because they had to worry about getting the money to have the burial. So they had to come up with a good amount of money in a short amount of time to ensure that their loved one go out properly. On the other hand, I lost someone who in my family unexpectedly. Fortunately, that loved one had life insurance. So I saw the benefits of having life insurance and what it can do for the individual as well as the family. I am the oldest, so it was very hard on me and um, hard on my family as well on how we were going to pay for the funeral because it was unexpectedly. Fortunately, a life insurance was in place. And the life insurance was able to cover the funeral expenses. It covered my loved one's debt. It also helped me and my siblings out. And it also helped pay for our house so we can continue to live in peace and continue living a quote unquote regular life. Of course, it's not regular because we are a loved one short, but it's regular in the sense of that we are still in our house. We were not displaced from our house because we had the financial gain to actually afford everything, including the house. The purpose of my speech is to persuade my audience to get a life insurance policy before it is too late. Today, I'd like to talk to you about first, what is life insurance, why you should get it, and lastly, the benefits of holding a policy. According to Primerica's website, life insurance policy is agreement between an insurance company and a person. Each life insurance is different, and each state law regulating life insurance policies are different. Basically, life insurance is an agreement between policyholder and insurer. When the insurer promises to pay on an amount of sum assured to the beneficiary upon the death of life insured, the premium is either paid regularly or in a lump sum. You should get life insurance now before it is too late. It is better to get life insurance while you are young and healthy. Believe it or not, life insurance prices, and if you qualify for life insurance, can be based off of your health as well as your age. I know this to be true because I was asked a ton of questions when obtaining my life insurance policy. And I can say that I'm glad that I got my insurance policy now than later. I have a family history of, I now have a family history of breast cancer, which is now considered to be a pre-existing condition. If I did not get my policy before the pre-existing condition of breast cancer, family history of breast cancer was in my medical chart, it would be probably a little bit harder for me to get in a policy, as well as more expensive to get in a policy. You should get it right now. It's never too late, but it is too late. You should get a policy right now. In recent years, COVID has a rise, crime has a rise, so it's really important to get a policy to cover you in an event like something like COVID happens, or unfortunately you're killed while walking to the store or mowing your lawn. Lastly, I want to speak to you about the benefits of life insurance. Life insurance is beneficial to the individual as well as to the family. You can get life insurance through your job, or you can also get a life insurance policy outside of your job. I highly recommend that you have both, but more importantly, you have an outside policy. What most people don't know is that when you have a policy through work, it goes away when you're no longer working for that particular company. So if you happen to pass away after your time with that company, unfortunately, your policy is no longer in existence because you are no longer an employee there, compared to an outside policy where you're always going to be insured. No matter where you work, where you are in life, your policy is going to cover you and your family. I hope I answered all of your questions and made this topic of life insurance less taboo for you guys, because I really stand behind life insurance. It is greatly appreciated on the family's end. I know this to be true because I was greatly appreciative of the policy. It took a heavy burden off of my family to not have to worry about how are we going to pay for this funeral. It paid for debt. It paid for our home. It was so beneficial to the family. We are not promised to be here all of our lives. We are borrowing this body, some would say. So, to prepare for your transformation, I strongly suggest that you have a policy. In a Forbes article, I read that 1 in 5 Americans hold a policy. So that leaves 4 people without a policy. Don't let that be you. Thank you.